Did you guys have to wait a little while for me? Whew. Okay, I made it, but I am beat. Whew. Now taking a break. Is that what I do when I go live? I take a break? Wow. Okay, so I'm done. I've given the guys, I had to give the tigers their food. There was no way I'm going to be able to do it during the live. So I gave the dogs their food, ducks their food. I've done the cats, but just they get 3 stages of food. So they only got the first stage at the moment. Typical South African day, sunshine. We had some clouds, big tamale, making power. Got my car in charge, on charge, being charged by the sun. Should be still full by the time the sun goes down. The sun goes down late. We have 2 summers. People don't always know that. Now, what is a summer? Not a dainty that bark. Definitely not. Dainty, keep quiet. Well, a summer is when the sun passes straight above you. Easy as that. So the sun passes over us at the point, and then it goes further. So that means it's moving away. So technically it is the start of a winter. But it's a short-lived one because during December the sun stands still for 3 days and then it starts moving back. And now it's above us again, moving towards the northern hemisphere. So I counted 2 summers. I don't think people call it that. They just made the whole thing one summer, and that is actually correct. But if you want to be really technical, every day is a different season. That's just how it is. The sun does not except for that turning back, and the sun goes back to the position where it was yesterday, and then where it was a week ago, and then where it was a month ago. So you get double of that. My legs are hurting. That's one thing I can say. My legs are hurting a bit. In my area we call the second Indian summer. Oh yeah, you see, there it is. And you know where that comes from? That comes from people who've watched this for years, paid attention, and passed it on during their lifetime for thousands of years. And it's not just recently found out. Guys, there's very few things recently found out. We don't even have hoverboards yet. It's 10 years later than Back to the Future showed we were going to have hoverboards. We don't have them yet. It's 10 years. Come on. I want a hoverboard. If I want to fly past here, from here, get onto the board, jump down here and go and get footage of the tigers where they climb the stairs there from 5 meters away from them. I want to do it. I want a hoverboard that works. So I think the world of scientists are behind in what was promised by Hollywood. Won't hoverboards just make everything just better? Michael, do you still remember me? Thunder, yes, Thunder, I remember you. Where have you been? Of course I remember you. Would be awesome. Yeah, Melissa, we will just ride around the whole day. We won't even do anything, work or anything. We will just ride hoverboards. It will be amazing. Kathleen Varner, we call it the same thing here in Washington, Pennsylvania. We're in winter now, waiting on snowstorm. Oh, that snowstorm is the one I don't look forward to that. I remember my coldest day ever It was 2012. It was around about November. Supposed to be hot. Guys, we got snow. It was the coldest day of my life. And I consider cold to be pain. That's all pain is, or cold is. It's pain. I'm doing great, Odessa. Life's been very busy this year, but we are making it through. Yeah, we don't have a choice, and we make it if we don't have a choice. Can you believe they used to have self-moving snow sidewalks in the 1800s and early 1900s? Yes! Did you see those? There was in Paris and everywhere. You just got onto the pavement, and the pavement, le trottoir, that is French for pavement, moves. And you just stand there and you just ride it until you want to. And did you see where they break it off? The one in France, they broke it off and they built another, just a walkway. Yeah, there was a different kind of person living in the 1800s. They were very much driven, they were very intelligent. I mean, they built cities like London, Paris, Deutschland. Well, let's not call Deutschland a city. Let's call it the country, Germany. But from Hamburg, have you guys seen what Hamburg looks like? There's one bum, one on the street. He's probably there because he likes it. But it gets cold there. And it is Denise Maddox. Happy Wednesday, Zoo House crew. Bill says hi too. Summer is my least favorite season. Too hot. Have a great rest of the week. Take care and stay safe. Oh, thank you, Denise. She's such a wonderful person. Raphael Kulon, imagine flying Enzo and Diego. Yeah, Enzo is Battle Cat. If I pull my sword, he becomes Battle Cat. I don't pull my sword very much. It's not many people who will know that. If you're a little young, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. And guys, if you are not a little old, you are not going to know what I'm talking about. Michelle Morningstar, yes, so tired of the snow. More snow coming, bring on spring, please. Yeah, I think we're also in the best part of our, how can I put it, our summer. That's heading towards autumn. So we will get this tree to start losing its leaves all of a sudden. Then it's all those leaves again, guys. Oh, I look forward to that. uh, but this is the nicest part of our year as well, you know, from the summer, where as it's cooling down slowly, and it takes a long time because the earth is warm now, so it takes a long time for the cold to really hit us. We're gonna go past June and July, when it's full-blown summer in the northern hemisphere. Then it's still really nice here by us, and then all of a sudden that cold front hits us from the south, and sometimes it turns east just before my house. I can see it coming there. Look at that clear skies. And if you see that extremely high veil coming over here, that's the cold front, guys. That's a cold one. And now that's east over there. So it turns right here. It turns away and it misses us in Brakpan. It takes Springs and it goes over to the east. And believe me, it's nice. When that happens, it's nice. But look at our blue skies. Tigers had their food. They are feeling great. Washing up. Dainty. Benny. I don't know what it is with Benny. He is so angry with Dainty, but it's his friend. Yeah, I know that snow will have me packing my bags in the first 45 minutes. No, I cannot do that. I'm iced here in South Africa. Hope all is well, Michael. I hope the disgusting criminal running South Africa don't plan any exploration. The man. Ach, you know, Tom Higgins. Do you guys remember Higgins from Magnum PI? Wow, first time I see the surname Higgins. Congratulations, Tom. You got a great surname. But in any case, yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But they're in for a surprise, guys. We've been ready for a long time for big problems. We are ready. Uh, there's a lot of people who are gonna be very disappointed and very hurt. There's a lot that is going to make it, and it's going to be stronger than they have ever known they are. So let's see what they want to do. But I'll tell you one thing: we're fed up. We're fed up with everyone. Because everyone, guys, you must see it when we drive in town. That's the most ridiculous thing. You know, none of our traffic lights work. When you drive to, let's say you drive 25 kilometers, you're going to find 15 traffic lights not working. Not working at all. Now, it's to your own, you have to just cross that intersection. So it's not that difficult, but there's someone always who wants to skip the line and go first. And guys, there's always accidents and stuff now. But I don't know, maybe they leave it off because the statistics maybe look better. I don't know. But I can tell you guys one thing. I once went to a court in Alexandra. Now, for the people who are from Johannesburg, you don't even drive in Alexandra. If your car breaks down in Alexandra on the highway, you phone an Uber to pick you up immediately and take you in the direction of away. That's not a place you want to be. So, I go to the because this is the closest to where the crime has happened. And I go there, I drive into the place. It doesn't look too bad. It's not necessary to drive into deep. Stop there. You just stop anywhere. It does not matter. You parking, no parking, it does not exist. You park, you get out, go up there, and it doesn't take me long. As I came out, I get into my car and I say, well, I want to see what this place looks like inside. I'm not afraid. I'm going to go. And I turn into this place. Guys, they do not use the system that's controlling the traffic. There's red lights, there's green lights, there's orange lights. All you have to do is follow the lights. They do not do it. They drive all at the same time, and it's one big traffic jam. Now, then you have to give someone 10 rand. That's our currency. And he takes the 10 rand and then he will help you to get through. He will direct everyone how to get through. That's how it works here now. So they don't. Now I see this happening a little bit more every day with the traffic lights around everywhere, you know, in the less dangerous areas. So I was just stunned. I was just sitting there and thinking, but why don't you just stop when the light is red and drive when it's green? then you have got a perfect intersection. No, they don't want it like that. It is not, they don't want it to work. If it works, it's wrong. That is the mentality here in South Africa. Guys and people with motorbikes, I saw this morning again. A guy had a serious accident this morning with a motorbike. I don't know if he made it. I'm not so sure. Don't even try that. Don't even try that. I just saw like a blue bike all smashed up, and this guy, and they've got a GoFund thing for him already up. And I'm thinking, oh man, you cannot do this in this country anymore. It's over. You will hit holes in the road. But it's not all that bad. There's good things also happening. Yes, been cold here. Didn't these Maddox? Let me just, oh, I missed that one. Wait, let me go back. Let me go back. Angel Martin, thank you. My husband is Milan, related to DF Malan. Oh, Malan. In Afrikaans, it's much different. Malan. Yeah, and did you see that one guy that went? He was in England, and they had him there to show how good he was a shot in this. I think in the Second World War. He was a Malan. He was very crack. We call it crack in Afrikaans. He's crack. He doesn't miss by a millimeter. Yeah, I had a friend also, Malan, growing up. Yeah. But thank you, Angel Martin. I saw another one there that I missed. Oh, it's you again, Angel Martin. I'm not here very often, Michael, but I pray for you and the animals every day for your safety. Oh, thank you, Angel. That is such a nice thing. You are so kind. Yeah, you know, we are pretty much safe. I would say, guys, I know what is going on the tabloids and stuff, but my personal thing, I'm quite safe. I feel safe. I go anywhere I want. I climb out of my car. But then again, if someone approaches me funny, I'm not waiting for them to do anything. There's one shot being hit, and that's the shot I hit. So if someone approaches me funny, I'm gonna let him. I'm just, and it's over. He's not going to do it again. And I'm very quick with a kick between the legs, but a hard one. So if I'm being approached by some people, they're still talking about the last time they did. They know. But it's not everybody that has got that spirit, that can do that. So I'm not afraid. I can go anywhere, but there is certain things like on Messenger Marketplace. They will advertise a car part that is quite expensive, like a BMW crankshaft for 10,000 South African rand. That's like $500, and someone will need one. Contact these people, and they will have a photograph and everything, and they would let them come to them. That is a problem. There you're walking into an ambush, and they know you're bringing 5,000 rand or 10,000 rand, and they know that you're going to have it with you in cash. So they simply rob you. And they can murder you for very little money. For very little. These guys can murder you for 5 rand. That's like 2 American cents. It's like 5 rand. So yeah, you don't go. You have to know the ropes. That's what it is. But thank you so much, Angel Martin. That's so nice of you. My legs are hurting, guys. I don't want to walk. And there she is again. He's referring to D.F. Malan. Now that was he was a president of South Africa, D.F. Malan. Yeah. American Mexican Eagle game. Hi, Mike. Hi. How are you doing? Yeah. So Mr. Trump said that he would give asylum to South Africans who wants to come abroad to the United States. But it seems like if you do that, you could never return, because then you are basically giving up this place as extremely dangerous. So you will never be able to return. So that is a problem for us South Africans. We do love this country very much. I'm not going to say we love the country. We love living on this piece of earth. We have gotten used to it. We have climatized. We love the weather. I think just Cape Town and stuff like that, that's got terrible weather. But here by us, the weather is amazing. And I think where the US can help a lot is financially. So financially, people are forced to leave this place. And guys, if you are not financially secured here, you are in danger, because you will be at the wrong place at the wrong time. That is what causes you to be in danger. So I hope a lot of people take that. I think it's a very, very nice thing that he has proposed. And I mean, that's the first time ever. So I think a lot of people are going to take it and move to the US. I just don't know what they're going to do when they get there. You know, yeah, that bird is going to take care of you guys. Off from that bed. Yeah, my bird is throwing the dogs off the bed. These peacocks are strong. But yeah, I don't know how that is going to work. But let's walk first. And the little one, look at the little one, guys. Not that little anymore. So cute. Hi, Pokey. Oh, who are you? Oh, there's also a few of them. Look at them sitting here. So, yeah, guys, we've built our lives here. I think some of the younger people could make a very good decision and go, because I don't think there's going to be much left for them. What are you doing with that egg under your armpit? I think it's too late for me to go. I've lived the first, well, let's call it the first half of my life here, and only now do I have the stuff built. So I'm just making stuff pretty now. But if you have to start today, guys, it takes you 25 to 30 years to build a house. If you're going to do it, if you're going to do a proper job, that's how long it's going to take you. And I don't think people want to put in all that effort. Most people are trying to rent, and they do not have income. The incomes that they have are basically gambling and pyramid schemes. That's the kind of income that you just have to be better than the other guy. And trading, you have to trade better than the other guy. And that's gambling, guys. That's gambling. I'm not much of a gambler. My dad used to be. He liked a gamble, but not in a way that will ruin him. But I do calculated risks. I calculate things and I execute it, and it usually works because I've done my homework. But yeah, my dog's name is Jojo. She's in heat fatigue. Oh, failure. Let me just scroll. It moved right now, and medication. I have to do her every 6 hours. Enzo Key, come on, say hi here to everybody, Enzo. But guys, for me, for the US, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it. I do earn dollars from YouTube, so, but I would need to sell everything I have here. And I have to sell it to people who don't have money. That is the problem. So I would have liked it if I could have kept it. But then I need to move all the animals with me. Now there's a house in California that has got zoo rights. And I'm happy to take it over from anyone who wants to get rid of it. I don't know if it's still standing after the fires. But yeah, the Playboy Mansion. Guys, that place is zoned as a zoo. Hugh Hefner knew what you will have when you are extremely rich. You'll have your own personal zoo. So I started there. But in any case, I will move into the Playboy Mansion yesterday if I can. If everything is paid for. Because that's what it's about, guys. It's gonna cost a lot of money to get all your stuff there, to have had lots of exotic animals. Yeah, his house was a zoo. It was zoned as a zoo. David, would you like to work here by me? Neverland from Michael Jackson. Yeah, he also had everything there, eh? So I don't know exactly where that is situated. Is it also in California? Kathleen Warner, yes, Gary. All my animals meant the world to me. They're my babies. They're a gift from God. Yeah, they are, absolutely. They are the true toys of human beings. Guys, you get these, you can buy them. Then it is a puppet. It is a fake one. It is not even alive. But then you get the real one. They are amazing. Take over Pablo Escobar's real zoo. Yeah, but I think you're gonna, if you dig a hole there, you're just gonna unearth a lot of money. Every time you want to build a cage, you're gonna have to build another room to hide the cash. Dude, he could jump the fence, right? No, he can't. I'm here. If he jumps the fence, if he's here on the fence, I'll just tickle him under his arms and he will let go. Hey, Enzo. They can never climb this fence. I tickle them under their armpits and then they fall over again. No. Guys, tigers are heavy. Even for themselves. They're it's a little bit difficult for them to climb such a fence. If he is frail and he is hungry and he is motivated, that is the thing. It's the motivation. The motivation is going to get him to run. Guys, I once saw Enzo. I closed him on the balcony. We didn't have that higher glass in over there. He jumped from the balcony through the glass on the stairs and he walked down. He can fly. Guys, have you seen a tiger fly? He runs so fast and he jumps. And he just flies. He lands. He doesn't jump like a dog or a cat. No, he moves right from there. He only lands over here. It's ridiculous. but they are not motivated to do that. And I keep them a little bit more than skinny. I want them a little fat, not much, so it can be a danger to their health, but just a little bit, so they don't just jump. I mind not enough room for more. I hope you're well. I saw you had a break. Hope you're safe. A break in. Oh yeah. Hope you're safe. I hope you are armed or have protection. You're a great guy. Just don't want anything to happen. Yeah. No, I am armed. I am. Um, and guys, there's a lot that they have to do before they can come into your house. We have had time. We've had. There was storage when we were children of how they were going to do it, how they were going to get us all in one night. And we listened and we got scared. And you know what you do then? You prepare. So we've had time to prepare, but there's a lot of people who hasn't heard those words. So they are not prepared. Do you have any snakes or spiders where you live? We have real snakes in the wild, so they do come into our yards, and real spiders they do, but I don't keep them. It's a little, I think that's more dangerous than keeping a tiger. A tiger bites you, it's a wound. A snake gets you, you die. It gets your heart starts bugging out. It's it's your nervous system. It's your blood turns to a jelly. Guys, I've once seen a cup of blood and they put a drop of snake venom in it. And they stir it. While they're stirring it, it gets so hard, it just, the spoon stays in it. It settles, it sets. And they throw it out and so basically what happens is it creates blood clots. Dainty! I need a machine that I can just press the button and it goes, Dainty! It must be in that tone because then he is quiet and he runs here with his long purple tongue. You have to breathe more, Dainty. Bark less, breathe more. I am more. Welcome back. When did South Africa become so dangerous to live? Was it always like that? Alright, Joe, that's a very interesting question. I never really saw the apartheid era because it was a long time ago. Hey! Do you guys want to chase cats? I've got some cats here that you can go chase if you like. Dainty! Do you want to go chase Enzo a little bit? We can arrange it if you really need to chase cats. You'll quickly change your mind. I have one person in my family that was murdered. Don't know where, don't know how, but they found him in Pretoria at the Appies Rivier. At the river, and now we're talking 1960. Let's say 1960. In my family, we have not had anyone else murdered. So all the others died either, very few in accidents, most of natural causes at old age. But guys, certain people just hang out at the wrong places. They want to go and buy a packet of cigarettes at 11 o'clock at night by the garage. You don't do that. That is when criminals walk around. So you are making yourself vulnerable if you do that kind of stuff. So more people get killed in nightclubs with fights between youngsters. that's anything can happen anywhere. Um, I've had a time when they came in and you get the pew pew against your head and they tell you where's the money and you take them to the money. You give it to them and they're gone. So it's if you don't give them money and if you don't show them the safe, they will torture you until you show safe because they know you have one. Most people do, and that is a problem. So if I can give any tips to people who have safes, yeah, have a fake safe as well. Put a couple of thousand South African rands or a couple of $100 in there and leave it in there. And if you get attacked, you can go there and you can hand them all kinds of stuff that is coming out of it, and they will go. Hey, stop doing that, Zach. He wants to pull the grass out of the mat now. That's now what he wants to do. He wants to now just grab that. He wants to just grab that now and pull it out of the carpet. But yeah, when we were children, that was when we had a lot of sabotages, when it was a white government. They were trained as guerrillas by the Russians and sent back to South Africa to sabotage. It was mostly like the railways were targeted, and when we went out to Johannesburg, you know, because we were like a first world country, guys, you could just get on a train and go anywhere in the world, or on a plane or anywhere. So they really did destroy a lot of stuff. And in Kerkstraat, Church Street in Johannesburg, the Church Street bombings, that was around about 1981, I'd say. There was a lot of bombings. So the government was being targeted back in those days. And you know, when you have got terrorists around you, you don't know it. And it was much safer at night back then, because the government introduced a thing where they said anybody that walks around at night needs to have this certain book with them to show they've got permission to be there and what are they doing there. Now, they talk about it, Zach! They talk about it as if it's a very, very bad thing. But it keeps people at their house. That's what you don't understand. People don't always realize that will keep the criminal at bay, because he's going to walk out, he's going to get arrested just for being there. Because what is he doing 2 o'clock in the morning on the streets? I don't think it's necessary to be there that time of the day. So our old government were taking care of stuff. They were building a South Africa that was safe for everyone. But they were targeting criminals. They were targeting Pixie. They are not going to stop now. They now want to... Now I have to put some kind of a brick or something on that spot. Because if I don't, they are going to pull the grass out. So a little piece of chicken fell here. Do it now. Let's see you guys do it now. Now they can't, because now there's a shovel and a bee. And that bee is going to bite you on the nose. I got stung by a bee the other day. On my ear. right there on my ear. So yeah, guys, and then in '94 we gave the country away, told everyone we got nukes, handed the nukes over for disassembly, and the whole world was like very, very impressed. Kitty cat, are you not going to stop? I'm just worried he's gonna get that bee's gonna sting him. So then the country was handed over and everything started falling apart. All of a sudden, our ESCOM, our power supply company, made huge profits and everybody was taking huge profits. But it was because there was no maintenance being done. It's easy to make profits when you've got the strongest company in the world and you just start bleeding off profits. Easy, easy. And you guys know, I lived through that. I noticed it daily. I watched the news daily. Schools were being burned down daily. So everybody had schools. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. You had a school, a proper built brick school. And it's built of materials that cannot burn. And still they burn it down. So I've seen hundreds, thousands of schools being set alight. Yeah. But guys, this country is not in this state just because of incompetence and because of there's many things. I can write a book and that book is going to be a thick book about what went wrong here in this country. And I think we should stop thinking about what went wrong and start thinking of how to get this place to work again, because soon there's going to be big trouble. I've seen what Cape Town looks like. It's a beautiful place. Wow, that is beauty beyond beauty. You know, if you're on that path around Table Mountain, you look down to the ocean, you can just look the whole day. It is magnificent. Yeah, but then poverty. Poverty is right there. If you leave a few cents in your car and you come back, window broken for a few cents. That's why I didn't have much damage when that guy came into my house, the intruder came in, because my cars were unlocked. He could open the car doors. There's nothing to steal inside, but he couldn't break the windows. It wasn't necessary. He could just open the door. So certain things, well, once they're in, you don't want things to be locked. Once they're in, you want things to be open, so they can look and see and there's nothing and leave. But guys, it's all over the world. It's not a South African thing anymore. I haven't had something get stolen for a long time. For a very long time. Hello Michael, hope you're having a great day. Thank you, I am. They don't want to try and steal the Jago, but guys, I was warned actually. There was somebody who did. I said, well, I've got the tigers here at my house, and he said, so what do you have to protect the tigers? And I said, well, what do you mean? They've got their business side that you cannot negotiate with, and that is usually enough. And he said, think about this. You're 2 steps behind a rhino there, dude. If that rhino is so valuable to criminals, a tiger is valuable to criminals, and they could want to get parts of a tiger. Now, there is a thing like international law and stuff where tiger parts are not allowed to be sent out. Otherwise, I could have sent you guys tiger whiskers like crazy. I would have sent lot of people, a lot of tiger whiskers, because they just keep on falling out. I have them. So you are not allowed to sell those or send it out. Even if you give it for free, I don't think I think they're gonna. They won't always know you've got it. It's a simple thing, but you know, if you are a law-abiding citizen, you won't have one that came from another country. So yeah, in Mutiny on the Bounty, they sailed around the Cape of Good to get to Tahiti. Oh, yeah, I know the Portuguese went around the corner. Bartolomeus Diaz, and he wanted to go to India, but his people were tired, and they were 3 days. They were past the Cape already, and they said, "No, we want to go. No, we want to go home now." They turned that boat around. They went back to Portugal, and then about 10 years later, he went with Vasco da Gama again, and then they capsized and they drowned. That sea is not to be taken up like a joke. That seas there is very, very dangerous. Yeah. Illegal producing is a big thing in Africa. I've known people who bring back any animal imaginable and send it to taxidermy. Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, I can't see why. And talking about any animal, guys, imagine driving around town and someone sells you a silverback gorilla. Dainty. Now, I spoke to a guy once and he explained to me, they were a whole family, and they told me they came through Springs, that's our neighboring town, and on the corner there stands a druggie, a guy that uses drugs, and he has an ape with him. So it was before the internet and stuff. They couldn't just go and look it up and see. And they asked him, "How much do you want for this ape?" And the guy said, "Well, I'm selling him for 20 bucks, for 20 rand." And they said, "Well, we'll take him. We've never seen one of these before. Wow, look at him. He's beautiful." They'd buy a silverback gorilla. They go home, they take the encyclopedia, they start looking at stuff, they find out what this animal is. That animal lives in one of the apartments with a bunch of people who probably are drug dealers, and they probably brought that silverback gorilla from where they were from, any African country north from us. And then this guy walks into their place and he probably steals this gorilla, but he's still tiny, so he can get away with it. And he walks out to the street and he sells him for 20 rand. That is like, oh guys, is it 50 cents, 50 US cents? No, 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 it's $1. It's $1. It's $1. But then they found out what it was, and they contacted the Johannesburg Zoo and handed her over to the Johannesburg Zoo, and she lived there for I think 14 years when she passed away. The silverback gorilla. Nobody knows that story. Is it going with the tigers and monkeys? Well, I don't have no monkeys no more, but with the tigers, very well. I believe all the monkeys are also doing very well. Um, yeah, Jackie's got the monkeys. I think I am slowly but surely starting to realize that I like a zoo house. I did enjoy it, but I am probably not going to get more animals. I think winding it down is the right proper terminology. So I'm slowly winding it down to have a normal life. Guys, it's been 7 years that I have done this, and I know if I just do this, there's a tiger, there's a dog, there's a cat, there's a peacock. I've still got a lot to do. I am working really uh, a lot. If I just had reliable help, then it doesn't matter. Then it wouldn't have been a problem. But I have I tend to have people working for me for 2, 3, 4 months, and it takes that long to train them, and then they leave. And they leave because now they have a lot of money. You and you have a there is a minimum pay that you have to pay them, but if you pay them that, they can live for 5 days on one day's money. So guess what happens on payday? They don't come back because they've got enough. If I lived in South Africa, I would help. Oh, thank you so much, Tyler. Yeah, work at least next 15 years. I'd love to learn to be trained by you. You have a big heart. My thanks, Wells. But what's your name? Wells Sniper. Sniper UK. In Africa. Yeah, sure. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's difficult, you know. You know, guys, I can cope with the work, but I can't cope with the world while doing a project. So I'm busy building some stuff at the moment, and that takes time and effort. So I don't know why I keep on dropping the phone today. So my problem is I I've got a project that I work on. I'm building stuff. I'm casting concrete. I am installing water pipes, drain pipes, things. Adding value is actually what I'm doing. So when I add value, I tend to have less time to clean up. But I think it's what's getting me the most is the size of this place. So if I work, if I walk like this now to the other side, I have to walk back, and I can walk around here and pick up every single leaf that's lying down here, and I do. That's what I do when I walk. If I see something that doesn't look nice, I pick it up. So I try and do the work where I find it. So I'm not going to walk around, think, okay, I need to go and clean there on the other side of the side. I'm going to walk there now and I'm going to go clean there. So I don't do that. That is the wrong way to do it. Because if you do it that way, you'll never get through it. So I've decided I'm not really cleaning my house now for a day or 3. I'm not going to bring anyone in here. It's not going to be suitable for people to, how can I put it? Let me just quickly switch off here. That's my car that's on charge. I can just, let me show you guys what I mean. So we're only making 0.7 kilowatts, but we're using 2 kilowatts. My battery is fully charged, and my car is, let's see how far my car is charged. Looks like it's loading data. Okay, 80%. It's 80% charged. So I can just do this. Watch that number, that 2.1 are going to drop as soon as I switch the car, open the car. There it is, 600, 500. Now we're charging that last stripe back to the battery. So I'm going to have to now walk back and pull that cable out of the car so we don't start charging again, because the sun is going down now. So I don't want to be without the battery during the night, because I get through the whole night with the battery. It's great. But if I now forget about it and it keeps on charging my car, yeah, my car's going to be fully charged, but I'm going to be out of power by 8 o'clock. So you see, guys, here I'm walking back now where I've just been, and I have to come back again because I still have 2 rounds of feeding the cats. So it's this walking that is really getting me. It is a lot of walking. So here's the car. I've now pressed that button so it can just pull out. And hey, kitty cat. Put this back. You know, so I have a lot of stuff that... Hi guys, vegetarian cat. When last did you guys see vegetarian cat? Hey, veggie cat. He is always, and he's so thin, but he changed into a totally different type of cat. He was so friendly, and now he is just not that friendly anymore. But in any case, my car, this is the right car for South Africa, guys. Yeah, I know some people might disagree with me, but you can charge it with your solar system and you don't need to put fuel. And that alone is a great function. So I'm very happy with that. And actually, I think it was yesterday, I've had it exactly 5 years. Can't believe 5 years have gone by so quickly. Are you guys still eating Diego? Hey. Emma winning. I would move to South Africa just... Wait, let me see. Oh man, now I can't scroll down on the stuff anymore. Now it throws up a whole pop-up stuff. I would love to move to South Africa just to get the opportunity you are with the training and the animals. It's crazy to think someone would choose the money over the learning and animals. Yeah, no, look, in South Africa, they don't want to learn at all. You cannot pay them to get more intelligent. They just simply don't want to get intelligent enough, or intelligent at all. They want to just get into a great position, buy a very expensive German car, and get killed during that week in that car. That happens. Guys, we've had so many mayors in Johannesburg killed by their cars, because every time a new mayor is elected, or elected, whatever, they just go and they get to go buy their first real powerful car. Guys, they cannot drive that thing. You need to do these things since you are little, since you are young, and they die in car accidents, and then they have to get a new mayor. It's silly. It's crazy. I want to help you and feed the tigers. Yeah, you're welcome. uh, but you see, guys, like now I want to fix the pool up. I want to get this pool done. But if I do that project, it's for me to give the tigers and the cats and the dogs and all their food, prepare it twice for them during the day, and it's a little difficult, guys. It's too much work, and you get tired. And during the day, it's hot. So if you're going to do that job, you have to understand how to do it. Now I know how to do the job, but to waste the time on picking up leaves and you can't finish the work you're doing, that's a little disappointing. But most of the stuff at the house is done, so it's great. But now it's those bigger repairs. So I installed the stuff back. I just want to look at all these palisades if someone is trying to break some of them off again, and I'm surprised they didn't steal them and took them to sell them as scrap metal, because I guess that's the South African hobby, is finding scrap metal. But here they are. I didn't bring out my welding machine because I needed to actually weld these, but I drove some posi drives through them, and they are actually even stronger than welding. So here's the three that was broken out, and the reason I didn't bring the welding machine out here is you need a heavy duty extension cable. You can't just take a normal little extension cable and do proper welding. You're gonna burn those electrons you're transferring through that copper. It gets hot, so you'll just burn that out. And that was exactly what the thief stole. He stole my extension cord, my heavy duty extension cord. It's so stupid, actually. Oh guys, I don't think we're gonna do the cream today. We're past an hour already. We can do it next time. I did go and buy some, but I am beat. The house is coming along nicely. All the little things are being done. I'm waiting for the curtains to be made, and I'll put that, hang it all. So the house is coming on just great, being just a real house. I can't wait to have a house where I can actually just sit down anytime, and no dog in your face, no cat hair in your mouth, just a clean house. Take a nap. No, now I have to first go feed those cats finished. And yeah, I've still got a few things that I have to do, but I'll quickly do it. But yeah, I was feeling like going to the races tonight, but I'm too beat. My feet are killing me. We understand, Michael. Get some rest when you can. Yeah, thank you guys. I don't have to finish this place immediately. I can just, as long as I do something every day, I'm happy. But I don't go to sleep unless I've done something to better myself. Each and every day. That is a rule I've had since I can remember. Even if I have to just study something quickly, I'll do it. But before my eyes close at night, I learned something new. This color of this couch is amazing. It feels like I'm in my Lamborghini right now. Don't get me wrong. I like Michael. He's a good guy. But damn, if only he invested more time and training with the Tigers, this channel would have been more special. You see, YZ, YZ, I did do that. And I've got, I think, 2,000 videos on YouTube. So some of them were picked up by the algorithm and they are paying reasonably well. I was one of the first, and I think I was the highest rated uh, YouTuber in Africa at one stage. But politics gets involved. For instance, they have to find someone who is not me, who can be better, because they have to be better at everything. So I believe I got pushed down a lot. And you can be motivated as much as you like. When you know that someone is busy eating away at your channel, you lose interest. If they show me, okay, you've now gained views, like now in the last month and 2 months, it was up 89%. Now it's at 42% up from usual. And I'm motivated. I will post videos and make them because now it's worth it. But I did what I could. And those videos are there forever. So I think they can bring annuity income in for me for the rest of my life. Um, because there will come a day when I say I'm done. I'm done with the lives. I'm done with this and that. The lives are difficult because I walk around. And like today, when I had to work the whole day and then do the live, then it's a little difficult. But this is the only hour that I have the US, Europe, South Africa. It's just basically New Zealand, um, Australia. They are not in this Central African time zones. But in the US, it's morning, but it's late in the afternoon here right now. So it helps. It just gives you, you've got daylight. I can show the stuff because it's day. All right, guys. Texas Titan. I mean, prior to YouTube, I remember watching Michael like 10 years ago when I was in high school. Yes, yes. And you know, the economy was great back then. The world economy. When I had 60,000 subscribers, I was making 10 times more money than I'm making now with past a million subscribers. So it's not about how many subscribers you have, it's what is the world economy doing. And that is that is what is now gonna get better and better and better because of the new. Uh, oh, thank you, Alex Nguyen from Canada. Thank you. You're so brave and you're an inspiration to me. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be an inspiration. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, let me say goodbye. Next live will start with the cream. Feed the boys cream. They enjoy it so much. But I'll see you guys pretty soon. I got to go feed those cats quickly. I've got a few things to do. I've got some daylight left, so I can quickly finish up a few things. Thanks for watching. Like always, have a great day. Bye.